Hello everyone, and welcome back to another installment of Seeing Real Retrospective. Last time I took a look at Dude What Will Happen. If you haven't seen that video yet, I highly recommend that you check out that video first, and I'll leave the link in the description. Today, we are going to take a look at what was probably Cartoon Network's most successful live-action show, Destroy Build Destroy. But before we take a look at the show itself, let's first talk about the host, Andrew W.K. Andrew is a musician known for making rock and metal music, but he's well known for making party music, with songs like Party Hard and We Like to Party, which are actually pretty good songs. When Seeing Real first started, Andrew was sort of a spokesperson of it, appearing in a lot of promotional work and advertising. To give Cartoon Network credit, this was probably a smart idea, since Andrew does have a fun and exciting presence to him, which helped elevate Destroy Build Destroy. Now that we've talked about Andrew, let's take a look at an episode of his show. The episode starts with Andrew introducing the teams. Usually each team has 3 members, and has some sort of gimmick to make them more interesting. For example, in this episode, one team is supposed to comprise of street ballers, versus a team of motocrossers. While Andrew has a lot of personality as the host, well, the contestants...
Us street ballers are gonna beat the motocrossers so bad that we might have to buy them some tissues to wipe their tears away.
Motocross is way better than basketball because we've got like these big bikes and they've got their little legs.
Seem out of place and awkward. Now, to be fair, most of the contestants are in their preteens and are probably gone through puberty, which for a lot of people is an awkward time. Anyway, the teams are going to build boats that they will use in a competition later, but to get the parts they'll use, each team member will have to select a vehicle they want to use in the demolition derby, and the team whose card stands as the last will get an advantage, meaning that they will get to use the better parts. Street ballers will win the demolition derby and get the better parts. We then move on to the building portion of the show, where each team will design their boats. I'm not gonna lie, it is sort of interesting to see the strategies each team has when designing their boats, with the street ballers having a cockpit and narrow boat, while the motocrossers have a wide and open platform boat. However, the process of building can be boring, and the contestants can be cringe at times.
We bash it in the face?
Stop, Cameron! Oh my god.
So to pass some of the time, Andrew will get the teams to compete in a setback challenge, where the winner gets to slow down the loser from building. For this episode's setback challenge, each member of the team will have to ride a mechanical bull for as long as possible, while the other team will try to speed up the bull by shooting balls at targets. The motocrossers will win this challenge, and the street ballers will have to be forced to get their tools out from ice. After the challenge, the teams are almost ready to compete in the bash boat challenge. Basically, it's like football, but instead you use boats and paddles to score in the net. And to be fair, with just using parts from a junkyard, the boat designs are really impressive. Anyway, the game is played in 5-minute halves, and the team that scores most goals will get $1,000 each. The motocrossers will end up winning since the street ballers had problems steering their boat, and the motocrossers' boat was much wider, which made it easier to prevent the ballers from scoring. As punishment for losing, the street baller's boat will be blown up by having a car reverse into a wall at full speed, and that's how the episode ends. I do think this show is better than Do What Will Happen. While Destroy Build Destroy is still chaotic, it at least has a purpose since there is money involved in the competition, unlike in Do What Will Happen where they are random for the sake of being random. However, the show can be slow at times, since when there isn't any destruction or games being played, most of the episode consists of this.
Cameron?
I don't know.
Cameron, get up here and help me! You were just standing around. We only had like 2 minutes left in the build, and Cameron was still goofing off.
Yeah.
And since each episode is over 20 minutes long, it could get tiring and unwatchable. I think Andrew tries his best to make the show exciting, and he does make up for a lot of the show's faults, but not enough to make it rewatchable. If the contestants were older, and the show was on a different channel, the show could have been pretty good. But as it is, it's a pretty mediocre show at best, and forgettable at worst. Anyway, that's all I have to say on Destroy Build Destroy. So until next time, Koopa out.